I'm making this video for my people that's lost in the sauce from this misinformation. Because I see y'all out here crying about deportation of other races that's literally going back to where they came from. Versus your own people getting G-sided every single day. They tell us we Africans, but guess what? Can we get deported? Hell no. They taking us straight to prison, and that's where we're going to be serving our life at. Whether it's a one-time or intermittent times. It doesn't even matter. We know this system. And don't act like you don't. So to keep this simple, everything is about organization, literally. If they hopped in this system, right, which we never benefited from, but they're getting benefits from, that means there's an issue. Think about it like this. Imagine you got a birthday dinner coming up, right? You send an RSVP to about 10 people because you're planning on buying 10 meals. Now, let's say 3 of these 10 people decide to bring on their friends. So now there's 13 people. Who gonna pay for the extra 3 people when it's already paid for? As in the ticket is already closed, right? Because it was reserved. So this means that there's 10 plates, right? Now these 10 people gotta somehow find out how much proportion of their meal they should give away to create the same amount of meal on their plates, the extra 3 people that no one knew was coming because no one reserved the extra 3 meals. But the question here is, do you think it's fair to the other 7 people that did not bring an extra person? I'm not sure how lost in the sauce you are, but no, it's not fair at all, bruh. It's not. And this is exactly what's happening. But the thing is that we all should know is they know exactly what's happening. They know that people look like me don't. And that's why I spread the message, because they're not stupid, bro. Like, I don't know, like I keep saying, man, they done brainwashed our people so bad until I know that most of my people just don't know the truth. And it's clear as day, like I said, niggas is crying on the phone talking about deportation. So check it. We have all these other races, you know what I'm saying? Not specific ones, because it's not just the quote-unquote Mexican people. It's a bunch of other people. When they see the ICE agents, they run. Why do you think they run? It's because they know they actually broke the law, not just the policy. They know they didn't follow the proper procedure to become a quote-unquote American citizen. This is why they run, because they know what that causes to the economy. And also, this is why they'll accept the jobs that we could have been having for much lower rates. In turn, all these companies that's using their labor is committing humans through the traffic. But again, my people do not see this because they still don't recognize that we didn't come from Africa. We've been here this whole time and been taken over by all the other nations. This is why when we see the police, we feel like running, not because we did anything wrong. It's because we know they deep down inside want to off us. Because we clearly see the G side that's been happening our whole lives. Again, this is because this is our land, and as long as we don't exist, who's there to challenge them on whose land it is if they keep offing us nonstop? And then when they keep doing that, that prevents people like me from talking, if you understand what I mean. But I don't give a fuck about none of that, and that's clear as day. So essentially, since we're original to this land, we literally not even supposed to work. As in, this whole system was never meant for us to be inside of it. So since we lived here, right, we're not supposed to pay any taxes. And like I just said, not work. But everyone that comes over here is supposed to perform a service. This is why they are part of that system. You can only be a part of that system if you are a citizen. But of course, most of our people do not know you're not a citizen. Only if you can sign a contract with the state. For example, when you register to vote, which I always warned y'all about, what do y'all think y'all registering? Your body, your vessel. That's what you're registering in order to vote, because you got to give up your energy and give to them to make the electoral vote. It's not electoral for a reason. It's your electricity. It's your energy. It's your power. Your consent from free will. And me, myself, I literally have proof from the Department of Defense that I'm not a citizen. Meaning I'm not even in a jurisdiction. They don't have access to my energy. Go back to the point. Since we're not supposed to work, like I said, everything looks as if it's a service and a quote-unquote public service. But the thing is, they issue the quote-unquote debt notes that we call money, which is negative value, and it's illegal for us to even use. But clearly, we've been using it our whole lives. But also, it's a part of the financial system, which is our energy. So why they initially came over here, when I say they, I mean all immigrants. Anyone that's not from America is an immigrant. And they all are citizens. Everybody from America is not a citizen. Because again, Citizens was formed to create that system of businesses, of public service to us on our land. But obviously, our memories got erased and we end up working for the same system that's supposed to serve us. So as we got tricked into working for the system, eventually everything was already built. So they started to bring in more people from different nations to take over the jobs that we were working. In turn, pushing us further and further and further to the bottom. Like when they came over here, they're literally supposed to be paying us to live on our land. Taxes is supposed to be paid only by citizens, not the original people of the land. And that's why they're trying to get rid of birthright citizenship, because they use that in order to confuse everyone on who we truly are. We are the real Americans, but yet we're the only ones that can't be called the American. But people from all around the world can be born here, and they will literally tell you that they're American, and they can just say it freely. But if you was to say it, oh no, you were African American. Well, no one we know, even from Africa. I mean, we don't even look alike. People in Mexico look more like us. The original Mexicans were black just like us. They're still in America. That's why they bring them in to replace our jobs, because they still have higher energy than everyone else. It's like they got to put the highest energy people on the very bottom, then to the next and to the next, in order to keep the black hole going, which is the abyss, like I showed y'all before. Yeah, like I always say, when that eclipse happened and we all seen that black dot go across, that was the black hole sun. It appears as a sun, like a circular, object from our view, because we are inside of it. But like I said, that's on a whole nother story. But if you understand different dimensions, and perception itself is a different dimension, you'll understand that a lot more. But I don't want to go too far into in this video right here. So I really said all that to say this, right? He has to reverse everything that they did to organize the energy how it should be to begin with. So in order for us to rise out of the black hole back to the surface of Earth, which is what's happening right now, people got to be awakened, and people got to, might go back on a negative path because they don't want to wake up. So as we rising, right, towards the surface of Earth, let's just say it right here on top of my head, we up here, like our dimensions are merging right now. So it's going to be a point in time we completely merge. But then everybody else is going to start getting pushed down while we get pushed up, because we are in middle ground and it has to close out. And that's what's about to happen once we completely merge. And that's what, like I say, all this random stuff we seen happening, I already warned y'all about, and we just see it going, step by step. It's crazy to me too, but it is what it is. We just been living a crazy lifestyle that we thought was real. I know I probably went a little too long on this video, but hey, pick up the gems while you can, because who knows how long I'll be able to do this, or you'll be able to see this. You got me. Anyways, y'all know how to keep it. Y'all be gods.